You are not bullish enough on stuff.io. Last week they talked about this big publisher with 80,000 ebooks, which if they move forward with, it will really give them credibility to get more publishers, and it will really disrupt the industry both on the blockchain side and the publishing side. And this week there were multiple spaces and there were two big announcements. One is kind of alpha, saying that they're in talks with a music artist which social reach is 800 million users. 800 million users. I checked on X, no one has that many followers. So maybe it's a mix of X, Instagram, Spotify, maybe. So it looks like a big artist. And the other thing is that the self-publishing portal is coming this year, actually in the next 2 weeks, if all goes well. This means we'll have the first real use case for the Stuff token. What is gonna happen then? Let's find out. You know the drill, we're gonna go through all the spaces they did this week. I think it's more than 4 hours of content that I had to go through. Took my notes, gonna share everything with you. Let's start right away with the Wednesday wrap-up. So this monthly wrap-up where they go over all they did in the previous month. So again, they talked about this publisher with 60,000 ebooks, 20,000 audiobooks. We don't know who it is, they cannot say, but on Discord, one author who actually is minting right now, said that this kind of catalog, it's Penguin Random House. Penguin Random House, one of the big 5 publishers, part of the same group as BDMI, one of the investors of book.io. And what kind of offers do they have? They have J.K. Rowling, Paulo Coelho, Michelle Obama as well. So they have, it's legit, they are big. So if it's really them, that's huge. There's a catalyst proposal about that. I'll get to this in a different section of this video. Then they talked about more the technological progress, update on the mobile app, now with the cover stacking. So if you have like 10 times the same book, you don't have to scroll 10 covers to scroll 10 covers. It will just take one tile in the app and you can just use that. Something huge is the inbox, which is now available on the app. If you notice, in the middle at the bottom, you have an inbox for notifications, but this is just the basis for, yes, messaging with offers. That offers, it's a big promise of stuff, connecting content creators with their audience. Hey, I'm a content creator, I want to write to you, I don't know who you are. I mean, if you leave a comment, cool, we can chat. If not, I have no idea. Or maybe you don't want to talk, it's fine. But imagine you're an author, you release a book, and maybe you're about to work on the second one, and you want to let your community know. So hey, you drop them a message directly in the book or stuff mobile app. That is powerful. Then they talked about the fact that if you pay by credit card, now you can use your ADA handle when putting the address where you want to receive the book. So that's very convenient. Kubernetes has been implemented last Saturday. This will allow them to scale 10 times. So it's a huge amount of work and focus. It's not very visible for us now, but it creates this very strong foundation to do more things on top. So you may remember this Vue 3 rewrite with a lot of new functionalities, like showing the USD value of the bookshelf and things like that. So this was waiting for this Kubernetes. Now that this is done, we're gonna get a lot of new features added. Guillermo mentioned that they will be back to weekly or bi-weekly releases of new features. So it's going to be much more dynamic. They said that they did a stress test of this new infrastructure. They actually minted a book and I guess generated bots or something to simulate a high load, and it went smoothly. And well, think about it. If you have 80,000 ebooks and you have dozens of thousands of people coming to the website and minting at the same time, or very close to each other, then yeah, you need a very strong website for that. They said that this Vue 3 integration will be done within a week of the migration. So by the end of this week, we should see it. So with abilities to sort your bookshelf, filter your bookshelf, order by USD value. The other thing that they added is that if you listen to a book or you watch a video, doesn't matter on which device you are, doesn't matter which exact copy you opened, the app will remember your exact position. So it will be easy to move between devices. Then they went on to talk about Inception, this tool that allows the teams, the operational teams, to create mints. They said in November, the very first version of the self-publishing portal will be out. All assets will be supported. And that is really awesome because we know they started as book.io and they got like 3,000 authors lined up to publish. So already that will be a lot of content. That will be a lot of more eyes. But the fact that all assets will be supported means that musicians are welcome, content creators, video makers, filmmakers are welcome. So we have a lot of diversity of topics, of media types, a lot of different artists who will hopefully come up with their communities. And that's the thing that I want people to realize, that sure, you have people who come, mean something, and they're not gonna sell out because they're just randoms, no one knows them, and that's it. It's not because you are on book.io or stuff.io that you get automatic sell out and you make a bunch of money. But we're gonna have people who are gonna come already with their audience and they're gonna market to their audience, and well, this audience will be exposed to book and stuff, and then they will start looking into things. And if you really do have those thousands of content creators, then it's easy that, hey, I came for that guy that I know, and then, hey, it looks like I can explore maybe other topics or other people who talk about the same topic or write in the same genre. And you see how you capture those new users. So the self-publishing portal, even though it will be a basic version, I feel like it's the beginning of this snowballing effect. And the fact that everything will require the Stuff token means that finally buy pressure will come. And so about this self-publishing portal, they say that it will take between an hour to a couple of days to get something released after it is submitted. The staff will review that everything is alright. Not sure if it's in terms of content, how deep they're gonna go. Do they have some kind of technology to make sure that you're not plagiarizing or that you're actually the right owner? It sounded more like technical, that hey, you sent the video in the right format, they need time to maybe disseminate it, encrypt it. It felt more like this, but I guess there'll be some kind of review of the content that hey, there's nothing illegal. And they said, yeah, this is first version. They're happy to get feedback and improve from there. They didn't say which chain would be, I guess Cardano, and maybe the future versions will have more chains. And so what's great is that you do this and then you have your page on stuff.io or book.io with your assets, and you can take that and share it on your socials and have people buy it. And I'm gonna say it already, I do plan to release a video. I know I'm not Steven Spielberg or Lex Friedman or whoever in terms of quality of content and so on, but I want to do it as a proof of concept because I have like maybe 50-60 views per video, and I'm like, well, maybe I can sell a video for just 1 ADA. Okay, I don't do that for the money, obviously, but I want to show that, look, I have 100 something subscribers. I release a video and maybe I'll make, I don't know, maybe 30 ADA or something like this. So I don't know, now it's like $18, something like this. And if I'm able to say, look, I have 100 followers and I make $18 with a video, whereas some people have to grind to thousands of views and thousands of followers, I will be proof that this model works. So definitely let me know in the comments what kind of video you would like to see. Can be about my experience with book, when I met them, something maybe more personal. How did I come to be working for book, or maybe something completely different. Happy to provide content that you will want to see, and I would definitely appreciate the support. Of course, no hard feelings if you choose not to. But that will be stuff. You have your page, your content, you send that around, people buy, and you make money from the first viewer or the first reader, and that is priceless. What else? In terms of quality of life improvements that we may expect on the website is the feature to cancel a mint. I've seen that countless times. Hey, I wanted to pay with Ada, but I clicked credit card. Now I have to wait 20 minutes to drop out of the queue and come back. That is over, my friend. Now you can cancel the mint, and this will make the minting process much smoother. I remember we had to wait like 20 minutes for people to drop out, and then next people in line were getting their turn. Now it should be more fluid. They touch on mint and print right around the corner. The code is good to go. It's on Ingram to configure the access and download the files to print. Again, I would love to have that for Christmas. A nice crispy book like Frankenstein on the bookshelf, unique one of one or something like that. That's the stuff. And indeed, what is the direct consequence of that? Is that, hey, you want a book with a nice cover? Either you have to buy from someone, or you have to buy the actual NFT with the nice cover. So I feel like this will revitalize the secondary market. So if you got nice covers or you want to shop for some, do it before mint and print comes out. They mentioned as well that a publisher that they already work with actually wants to open up their full catalog to mint and print. Not sure who it is, but hey, great if you can get this kind of dual offering. You get the ebook and you can print the paper version if you want to keep it and having it at home. Finally, they talked about the farming rewards on MintSwap. If you put your stuff in the liquidity pool, you can farm some rewards. They put 20 million stuff in the last year. These are depleted, so they doubled down kind of with 30 million stuff tokens to earn in the next 12 months. I know some people are not happy because they're like, hey, that's selling pressure because you're just distributing more tokens. But hey, we just said that there's a self-publishing portal coming up, which will be buy pressure. So all in all, I think should still be good. And the stuff tokens that are locked, provided as liquidity, are tokens that are not sold. So hard to measure the impact of this. And someone asked here, do you have another exchange, like centralized exchange, in your plans? Yes, multiple conversations are going on. I think recently Kraken seemed to get an interest in Cardano native tokens. Binance was at the Cardano Summit a few weeks ago. Stuff also has a base token, Stuff on Coinbase. I don't know, but it's a lot of centralized exchanges, like top tier exchanges that seem to be looking into Cardano native tokens, and with the recent pump on ADA, why wouldn't they want to get their share of those fees? Then there was a quick word about this new law in California in January. There was this great article posted by the OG Book Club about it, explaining what it is. Basically, retailers won't be allowed to say that you are buying content when they are selling you a license. And so far, Stuff is already compliant because they really sell you, you own it, you do what you want with it. But others will have to adapt and say, hey, buy license or rent item. I don't know. And people will wake up, and something I did not realize, that California is actually one of the biggest economies in the world. Probably a lot of how to say, a lot of people buying digital content there, and they will wake up, and hopefully Stuff can position themselves to be the alternative of really owning your digital stuff. All right, and that was the Wednesday wrap up. We don't waste any more time. We move to Clay's After Dark. Josh and Ben were on Clay's After Dark. They're close to Clay Nation because Clay is minting their Frog Stuff episode 1. Still minting. This is the Genesis asset. It's not the actual episode. It will allow you to receive the airdrop of the episode, which is planned for the end of this month. So it is coming. It will be a 5-minute Clay animation video. If you're into that, if you like Clay Nation, get on this. The price is 55 ADA. If you have Clay Nation or Clay Nation Good Charlotte or Gutenberg Bible or About Stuff episode 0. I think they sold around 1,000 of those, which is definitely not bad when you consider a price of 18 USD. I'm not sure if this is accurate now with the recent pump. Nevertheless, yeah, they're close to Clay, so they were on this space. And what did they talk about? Lena from Clay actually explained that what is awesome with Stuff and being able to sell those videos is that now you can recoup your costs. It took actually 3 months to do this 5-minute episode. It's literally thousands of shots. It's like stop animation. And all this time spent, well, it's not free. But if you can sell your content, then you can get money back and keep on creating. So then they talked about the making of the episode. They said that it would be good advertising towards other creators. They actually have connections with Wallace and Gromit, who will, I think, release a movie in January. And they say that, hey, if you go to them with this Frog Stuff episode and show them how much money we made, then maybe people will start realizing that there's another way to do this, to create content and live from your passion. Then Stuff, probably Ben said that they have calls with publishers, music label, and one massive music artist. So 800 million social reach. Who is it? I don't know. I asked Grok, so the XAI, told me Beyonce. Surprising that she need money. I'm not sure, but why not? But they say that the music industry is super receptive to their to this solution because they're sick of not monetizing anything. And all this social aspect, like they have millions of followers, they don't make any money of it. They just, hey, here's the link to my Spotify. And then, hey, listen, and I make 0.003 USD cents, something like this, per listen. It's not great. But now with the Stuff app, with sending messages in the inbox, doing airdrops, giving discounts, there's a real thing. And what Josh was saying is that creators can now live from their work with 1,000 true fans and keep creating. That they don't need to be super famous like Taylor Swift to make a living. They just need a core, strong, supportive community. And this community, they love the artists, they love what they do, and it's a very healthy relationship. It's like, hey, you give me something that gives me pleasure, that I enjoy reading or watching, and here, let me help you do more of this. So it's very positive. Then Ben quickly mentioned something about affiliate rates. So I'm not sure if there'll be some kind of marketing that maybe you can just, you are selling something on, an artist is selling something on stuff.io. You take the link, add your tag as an affiliate, share that, and when people buy, you get some shares, maybe. They got asked if they're in talk with Snoop. they said no, but someone else who is huge, with millions of fans on socials, but they don't make any money off it. So it's like, doesn't matter. Like, you're popular, but I know you have posts on X or reels on Instagram that are gathering ton of views, and cool, you don't get anything out of it. So they said that then when they talk with artists, they talk about increasing revenue per fan, that it's not, hey, let's release one NFT thing just to try and make money and that's it. It's more having a plan where they really talk about, okay, maybe they can sell one thing every few weeks. That can be maybe a song, then a backstage video, then maybe the acoustic version of the song, then maybe some pictures of the tour. And actually, someone on the space asked Josh, so what is the sales pitch? And Josh said that it sells itself, because in music in particular, they're not making a bunch of money. And so then they proposed this plan that, hey, you sell this, then the week after that, and so on. And then the artists themselves come up with their own ideas. Like, hey, can I do this? Or maybe I could try that. What do you think of this? So they're already in their mind, it's okay, we are doing it. And I'm visualizing how can I take advantage of that. So this click, this trigger in their head, is flipped. And that is super encouraging. I am still convinced that we'll get the first big content creator will be a music artist. It's not alpha, it's just a feeling. And they say, yeah, stuff sells itself, and it's not difficult because artists don't make money off these things. If they release an acoustic version, I guess they could put it on Spotify maybe, or maybe on YouTube or Instagram, and people see it, like it, okay, cool. But it's not selling and you buy it. And same thing with pictures of a tour. It's really hardcore fans that would be interested, but why not? You have them, it's exclusive content, you have people who want to buy it, it's their choice. If they feel closer to you like that and are happy to have this very limited item, why not? It will be possible with stuff. Like, why? Because stuff is this multi-dimensional asset distributor. You can have the music, you can have the music video, you can have the pictures, you can have a book, why not? Or the lyrics, or maybe something else, some interview. All of this on one platform, it's very, very powerful. So yeah, then they talked, they were on the call, these artists, 8 million people, like social reach, and they say, imagine a 1 million asset sale. Well, that's that many new Cardano users that we're gonna get. You just need one super famous artist to come up, have people buy with credit card, the wallets are created in the background, and that's that many new Cardano users that you're adding, that many transaction fees that are generated, and that many people that may explore other things on the platform, and who knows, maybe even buy some stuff token. It's super important to realize that we are in our bubble now, but people with millions of followers, they do exist. And if you tell them, hey, now you don't make money and now you can make money, and look, Mark Cuban is an investor, Rio Karef, the ex-CEO of Vivo, is an advisor. We have the company owning the music label BMG, who is an investor. They are legit. So I feel like artists are not taking such big risk. Offers a bit different because NFT, Vade Retro Satanas. But music artists, I think it's coming. And that's the thing. You have to imagine, and that's why I say you're not bullish enough. We just need one person like this to come in and it opens the floodgates. And just one. It's like nothing is happening, then one and boom. So super excited. Taking the example of Charles Hoskinson, 1 million followers on X, sold his token in 48 hours, $300,000. Meanwhile, you have Snoop Dogg, I don't know how many millions of followers he has, with 1 billion streams on Spotify and making $45,000 in I don't know how long. So it's such an easy pitch. And then they ended by saying that, what artists want are fan tokens to reward their fans. Maybe you could get some special airdrops if you are amongst the top holders. But the problem is that, with fan tokens or meme tokens, they can get in legal trouble. But if it's a media token, well, then you're buying the media. It confers extra utility, but the core principle is, hey, I'm listening to a song, I'm watching a video. So it's also another big argument, like, hey, you can try and legally, no worries. And in that sense, actually, to come back very quickly on Clay, they mentioned that they will have some screenings of frog stuff, and that they will invite some chosen holders. Not sure how they will choose them, but it's also another thing. You're a fan. Imagine the music artist comes into your city or your state or your country, and like, hey, I'm gonna choose a few people to give them a discount, or maybe give them VIP tickets with backstage access, because hey, this guy, he has all my albums, all my music videos and everything. That's this real synergy of rewarding the loyalty and bringing together the whole experience, not only one media type but everything, and the experience, even the physical experience. Imagine you go backstage because you're a top holder of some artist. That's the experience of a lifetime, really. So bullish. And the last appearance of the team last week was on the Mainstream podcast with Dan Friedman. Josh was in there and talked about many things. Let's go through the notes. They talked about Josh's background, how he worked at hotels.com, AT&T. He actually sold already a startup to a media conglomerate. So the guy knows what he's doing. He was asked why the blockchain, and said that in the prior company, Bookshout, this ebook company, he realized that all is licensed and you don't own anything. And then he started developing an interest for Bitcoin and blockchain. He liked the transparency and felt like, okay, maybe we can come back to file sharing with those NFTs. He was asked how Book makes money. 30% of sales proceeds go to them when they partner with someone. When they do public domain, it's 100%. Dan actually has experience in the film industry, and he had very harsh words for it, saying that it's a disgusting industry, no morals, everyone gets taken advantage of, and this kills creativity. And Stuff is actually a remedy to that, because who takes advantage of creators is the distributors, the publishers, all the middlemen. But now, if you connect directly the artists with their audience, with their supporters, it's much healthier. And so Josh explained that what basically Stuff is doing is reintroducing the law of supply and demand, and that's why instead of having digital media that is worthless because it's unlimited, you can stream as many times as you want and so on, then if it's unlimited, it has no value. But if you limit that, then the value comes back, and comes back where? In the pocket of the creators. Dan went on about costs for shooting movies, that even the indie ones, he said that you need the police on site every day when you shoot, unless I guess it's a confined place. And he said this costs $3,000 to $5,000 per day. And an indie movie would typically take between 4 and 6 weeks. So let's say 6 weeks, or 5 working days in the week, it's 30 days at $3,000, or $90,000 just of the police. You didn't do anything. You didn't shoot anything, and already you're 100K in the ground. And so he said that the thing is that even, let's say you make your movie and it's a great movie, then you still need distribution channels to pick it up and promote it. And that's the thing. They need to put your content in front of the eyes of people. And here Stuff is acting as the distributor, because you can go on the Stuff website and see everything that is available. And it's like Netflix or a media platform, except that no one is gatekeeping you. So one place to see everything. I think in that sense it will be very important for Stuff to develop a way to easily browse through all the content, find what you want, do some cross-selling or some suggestions, because I think some people would like to discover new artists or watch new movies, things like that. But if the offer is humongous, then they will just feel overwhelmed and maybe not get to buy anything. This was just a side comment. So then the question, why is Stuff better than traditional ways? So explaining that now you have your movie, you need to shop around streaming services and hope to get picked up. Stuff has the social aspect where artists can advertise to their fans and get a fair share instead of sending them to streaming where they get nothing. So again, direct connection. Then he explained that he chose Cardano because it's cheap to move billions of assets around. They want to make Cardano the media chain. It has a good currency, which is capped, good governance. I mean, we have to trust our G-Reps, and it needs good business. Yeah, and so the idea is to make Cardano the media chain. And with everything that is happening on Cardano now, that is kind of the layer 2 of Bitcoin, that Charles will advise on US crypto policy. There's a lot coming in, and if on top of that we say, hey, you know what, it's also the media chain, where NFTs actually videos, music, books, and you can sell it and everything. It's I think there's a real narrative there. All right. Then Dan asked, okay, how do you pass the message about digital ownership? Because it's not that obvious. Why do you care? Some people, they buy any book, they read it once, whatever. So how do you open the eyes of people? Just say that it's very easy with crypto people because it's about being your own bank, owning your stuff, no self-custody. So these people are very aware. With normies, it's more the ability to lend and give stuff, which is not possible currently, to see the value of your library. And that will be very impactful because it will change the mindset. It's not like, hey, I buy books and I have my library, and then after a few years I have hundreds of books that I read only once and they just take space. It's like, hey, I have accumulated hundreds of books in a few years and they're worth $10,000 if I want to sell them. Now it's not just something there that I don't care about. It's an investment, it's an asset. And if you go one step further, imagine you're a collector. You can be like a trader of digital media. Why not? You have people, scalping those concert tickets or whatever. You could have someone being like, hey, I have my portfolio of assets. There's this big artist. I think they're gonna do well. I'm just gonna buy the NFT, and I manage my digital library as a portfolio. Totally possible. There's a question about when they're gonna open the API for other stores to use. I think this was meant about the decentralization of the e-reader. This is in discussion. I remember earlier they talked about being in touch with Cardano wallet to integrate directly in the wallet the e-reader. But I think this is something that is gonna take time. They have a lot to build first, and cannot blame them for not, giving access to everything. They are still quite vulnerable. They are still in the startup stage. They still need to scale. They need to be strong enough so that they don't get poached by Amazon or another big media conglomerate. So I know that crypto forks, we want decentralization and making sure that, hey, we don't need to use their app specifically, but we can create our own and so on. But let's give them some time. They really need to scale, get to the top first, and then they'll do the decentralization. We also talked about the fact that they mint on multiple chains. They said that while different chains have different advantages and creators they want to choose, they may have even their audience on a specific blockchain. So that's why they went multi-chain. They said that the next one will be Bitcoin. So with the hype that Bitcoin is also getting, that's cool. You may have watched my video about Inscripedia, who does that. And okay, it's gonna maybe sound awful, but if Book goes on Bitcoin and they pull it off, they have no competition. They're gonna destroy everyone. They have everything. The others so far that I've seen are too amateurish. They came too late. Book is too strong. So, alright. Then they talked about future plans, saying that digital ownership is inevitable. It's better for the consumer, it's better for the creator, and it will also be an easy step for everyday people because they already buy digital assets like ebooks. So it's not gonna change much in their habits. So it looks like an easy step towards mass adoption. He said that they're in talks with large publishers, labels, movie studios. They're all desperate to monetize. And at that time, Josh mentioned Universal Studio because Dan earlier in the conversation mentioned it. But if you watched one of our earlier videos, you know that I do believe they are in touch with Universal because they're saying they're in touch with a large IP holder, which is both in New York and California, and that is Universal. So the fact that Josh mentioned it again, just after saying that they're in talks with large labels, movie studios, I think it's speculation, but I think it might not have been a total coincidence. Okay, what else? They talk about the fact that music industry, we don't see music videos anymore. These were a way to advertise the albums, but labels are cutting budgets everywhere. So no more music video. And the solution, what is this? Well, maybe you can make a music video that you sell so people get it. It's uncensored. I'm thinking like not uncensored in terms of imagery, but more in terms of lyrics, parental advisory type of music. So it's uncensored. And hey, you buy the music video, then you get the unreleased single airdropped, like a B-side. They said they have massive plans. They are presenting stuff as decentralized YouTube meets Etsy. Etsy is a place where you can handmade stuff and sell it. So you have people, creators coming, creating their things, and consumers come and enjoy it. He said that this will be the golden age for creators, and they won't be put in a box anymore. It's not because you're an actor that you cannot do something else. Now you have access to your fans. Maybe some fans will like you for your acting, some fans will like you for your songs. I'm thinking like Keanu Reeves, who is in a rock band and an actor. I've never listened to his music, but hey, maybe I like to listen. So actors, content creators, they become independent. They can fully explore the whole range of their creativity. And they ended by saying, Dan said that, yeah, he likes that artists get given a fair chance. If they suck, but at least nobody is gatekeeping them. You don't need to be picked up by a streaming service or by a music label or what. You put yourself out there. If you're good, you'll make it. If you aren't good, then work harder and try again. So very positive, still the same topics. Hey, in talks with large publishers, large labels. Every content creator, they want that. The industry is desperate for it. It's gonna happen. One way or the other, it's gonna happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So if you're here already, good for you. If you are hesitating into being engaged in that ecosystem, then I hope you will take the jump. We talked about this big publisher, and the team is putting out a catalyst proposal. I think voting opens up on November 28th, maybe. So if you're on the Cardano blockchain, remember that you can vote for your favorite proposals. Here it is, 2 million ADA. 2 million ADA, that's a lot. What is this? Is the guarantee that they need to pay the publisher to get access to their 60,000 digital assets. Mix of ebooks and audiobooks, again, to position Cardano as the media blockchain. And what was really good that they explained, I think I have it here, yes, is how this money is gonna flow back to the Cardano ecosystem. So they explained that so far, everything they sold, they had like 1.3 million unique transactions. So if you calculate how much money that is in ADA, it's roughly 500,000 ADA that they did so far with less than 500 books, music, albums, and videos. Now they're gonna get 60,000. So if you apply the same logic, basically they expect to generate 65 million ADA. 65 million ADA in transaction fees. So they ask for 2 million, they give back 65. If all goes well, of course. But it's very realistic, because if you have 60,000 ebooks, you have to think everything is falling into place. Why did they do this update, this Kubernetes, to be able to handle bigger load? Because when they will have 60,000 ebooks, and possibly this large publisher will also do a marketing push, and then Book.io will do a marketing push, then lots of people are gonna come. And hey, they can buy by credit card, they have the apps on mobile, also the web reader, and 60,000 books, you can welcome the masses. They will find what they want, they will find those big offers. So we should expect much more volume and many more new users to Cardano. There was another interesting piece of information. It was here that in 2 years they had $6.5 million of revenue. So MX, if you're watching this, I hope you are taking notes. But hey, they're very successful. Raised 1.5 million. 2 years later, it's worth 6.5 in revenue. So they are good business people. They know what they are doing. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but that was the most important, that they cannot disclose who this publisher is. Potentially Penguin Random House, we don't know. 2 million ADA, it's a lot as a community that we need to entrust to them. But when you do the calculations, we can really get our money back just in transaction fees. And this will go back to the treasury. And again, positioning Cardano as the media chain is yet another narrative, another feather to the Cardano's cap to onboard more and more people. So please vote for Book.io. FYI, there are 2 other proposals which are in partnership with Stuff.io. The first one is to do blockchain education content towards sport fans. They have already a few of those here. Juventus of Turin, I don't know how you say in English. So a big Italian football team, the Chicago Cubs baseball team, Arizona State University, I guess, and the Dallas Mavericks. So this is a project to do educational content and drop NFTs to people who attend the games and so on. And some of these NFTs will be Stuff.io NFTs. Could be, for instance, hey, you go to a game and you get a video of the highlights of the game. And these will be used as marketing tools. Like you subscribe to a newsletter, you get an email with what's happening. Well, you buy your ticket, and Maybe you scan your ticket, there's a QR code or something. Remember, coupon codes is a thing that they developed. So you scan something and hey, I got the highlights. I have a memory of the time I spent there. And who knows, maybe you were even caught on camera at some point and you can keep that as a memento. And this is interesting because it's used like NFTs as marketing tools. So not like, hey, you're a consumer, you're buying something, but you're getting some extra stuff. And again, you get your video, whatever, go on the Stuff website and discover all the other things that are available. So great marketing for Stuff. Similarly, they are partnering up with Cryptofluency, where Cryptofluency, they want to create videos about DeFi, how to use DeFi to encourage people to use the ADA and not just take it. And they will release workbooks with Stuff.io. So I can imagine maybe, I don't know, some DeFi cheat sheets or lessons, strategies explained, and you can buy it on Stuff.io. So it's great to see Stuff is becoming the infrastructure. It's like we are not the only customers of Stuff. The customers are other companies, other projects. And so every time they do that, they get exposure to those other projects, communities, which means that Stuff is gonna grow and grow. So I just want to take a few minutes to talk about the Catalyst proposals. Voting opens at the end of the month. And remember, if you vote, you actually get some ADA as rewards. Last time I think it was like 15 ADA. Hey, always good to get. And choose what is developed next in Cardano. Take ownership. Let's have a look at the releases. I think I'm gonna go with one that is in the future, is the partnership with Charles Huskins, which is a meme coin on Cardano. They do really funny animations. Look, this is Ben. It looks ridiculous. This is Josh when he had the beard. It's really funny to watch. And they're gonna make a PFP / media collection. So an episode you can watch. Ricus about it. And hey, it's a meme coins. Look, 67 comments, 29,000 impressions. They seem to have quite the community. I find it quite funny. So we'll definitely look into this when they release it. Again, another example of how Stuff becomes the infrastructure for other projects and get exposed to their audience. So that's in the future, looking forward to it. But also more recently, we had a few mints with the knowledge series coming back. There was only one book in that series before, something about eclipses. Now we got the life and work of Susan B. Anthony. One single cover, it's a standard edition. It's really funny, the main price is 6 ADA. Very accessible, but the floor is 50. Wonder if anyone is buying at those prices. So that's the first one we got. Then Democracy in America by Alexis de Tocqueville, which was released on election day. We can see it's sold out. Not part of any series though. I guess people just like the covers or are interested in the topic given how the timing was right. Floor price of 30, min price 36.21. Alright. We got another standard edition of Spider-Man and Philosophy, only 14% minted. So out of 300 it means 42 pieces. Not great, but maybe too specific. Spider-Man. 45 min price, 22nd floor price. Not sure why someone would, I don't know, I guess they thought it would sell out because of the Spider-Man franchise. Alright, then we moved on to the Scarlet Letter, part of the banned audio series, the audiobook version. 400 copies sold out, min price 16, secondary 16, classic thing. And the last we got is a standard edition of The Secret Life of Colors by Steven Saville, who is, I would say, a resident author, very present in the OG book club. Only 300 copies, 15 ADA if you have a Bible. So very, very friendly price. Crazy story. I think it's the first book he wrote. In the OG Book Club, he explained all the origin story of that book. It seems dark. It's about, I think, a detective in New York City investigating murders which are perpetrated by the Trinity killer. Why Trinity? Because of the Trinity Church in New York. Apparently some demon living in a crucifix, and I think resurrecting some murdered child to commit murder together. It's completely twisted, but that's the beauty of stuff, is that no censorship, nothing banned. I mean, this book also exists in retail, of course, but it looks very, very specific, quite original, quite twisted, probably an interesting read. It didn't sell too much so far, 22%, so like 60 something copies. Yeah, I would encourage people to get it just to support one of the resident author. He also shared some personal circumstances that he could use a win. So if you don't mind spending $15 to actually buy a book that seemed kind of entertaining and interesting, then yeah, do your good deed of the day. ADA is pumping, and the Cardano native tokens are pumping as well. When you look at the USD chart, stuff is back above 1 cent. Phew, pretty good. 7 days plus 42%. We are in a good spot. In terms of holders though, we are going down 10 for 20. So some people, I guess, here just exited the ship. But hey, those are awesome green candles. Back to 1 cent. I think 1 cent is the kind of magnet zone where we always tend back to. But with the announcement of the self-publishing portal, it's just a matter of time before there's more and more demand. And what I really wonder is when consume to earn will come. Because the idea was that content creators pay in stuff, and this stuff gets, like the other side is that it's given in consume to earn. When consume to earn has its own allocation, which is 50% of all the stuff tokens, but there was this idea of circular economy. And something that I think people underestimate a lot is all this emission in consume to earn. I'm not convinced it's gonna leave the ecosystem, the stuff ecosystem. I think people will use it to buy more stuff. Content creators will need it to mint, so they may do some mints accessible only with stuff. There was this idea of social clubs that you need to pay a subscription in stuff tokens. I feel like there will be enough use cases within the ecosystem so that if you're a normal reader or video watcher, however, you will not necessarily want to bank them and make money out of them. First of all, if you're an everyday user, you might have no idea how to use a centralized exchange or a decentralized exchange, what is a wallet, whatever. So what I think people are underestimating is the power of capturing the stuff that will be used for minting. I think a lot will be used and will be lost and stay in the ecosystem, meaning that it's not flowing back to the exchange, meaning that there is less and less stuff available on exchange. Of course, crypto users will take advantage of that, but crypto users will be a minority. If you have 1 million readers, I say readers, but again, we are talking about this huge music artist. They create 1 million listeners, and they have the album and they come to the app to listen to it, they earn some tokens out of it, and then they buy the second album or a music video, whatever. Those people, I think the majority of people will get the tokens, will just use them in the ecosystem, and the crypto users will be a tiny fraction. So what? You have creators, a lot of them, at least 3,000 authors waiting in line. They need the stuff token. And okay, maybe now we have 10,000 crypto holders ready to sell to them. All right. But imagine when you have a large publisher coming in, they have 60,000 books, and well, they need a lot of stuff tokens. So 60,000 books, that's 60,000 content creators in a sense, and only 10,000 potential sellers. I'm not gonna sell at 1 cent. I think my outlandish bullish prediction is 10 cents. A 10x, I think it's very possible. If Cardano becomes the media chain, we get those huge artists with millions of followers. We will get this publisher no matter what. So then millions of users, other people from other blockchains realize that it's a crypto unicorn and let's get onto it. And then we pump. So if you've been holding all this time, if you bought the dip at the token sale price, congrats, you're up 42%, so excellent trade. So yep, still very bullish. And again, self-publishing portal is coming. People will use it. I will use it to make my first decentralized video, but you can use it maybe. Hey, I don't want to put my stuff on Google Drive or Dropbox because it's centralized and I don't know if I lose my access or something. Maybe I want to put my personal stuff on the blockchain, not to sell, but just for me. Well, you will need stuff for that. So there's also this use case. So yep, real first use case coming up. We gonna pump. And that's it for this video. Lots of bullish things, lots of talks in the background. Again, just focus on that. You believe in book and stuff. They've been building for 2 years, making more than $6 million in revenue. They are legit. They have all the connections. People roll out the red carpet to talk with them. Music industry is desperate for this kind of solutions. It's gonna happen, just a matter of when. So congratulations on being early. Pack your bags. Not financial advice, I have to say it, but the future is where it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. The next 6-12 months will be crazy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave some comments for the kind of video you would like to see from me, the one that I will put on stuff.io when the self-publishing portal is out. I will be very happy to give something you want. I do that also for you. So thanks for your comments. Thanks for watching again. I'll see you next week, most likely for more bullish news, I hope. Until then, take care and see you next time.